Hello, it is Greg Allison with Green Gregs coming to you on the 23rd of March, 2021. Time on deck is 1900 hours Central Daylight Time. From Atlanta to Boulder, it's almost too much to shoulder. We're living in trying times, full of horrific crimes. But if it caught you by surprise, you didn't have open eyes. That's when I say keep your eyes wide open and head on a swivel. I'm not bringing to you a bunch of drivel, because the real frights begin when they come after your rights. So what's happening? What's going on? I'm not here to make any allegations or to lay things down, except to ask some questions, to ponder, to wonder about what is happening. It strikes me strange, the timing of things. Things have been kind of quiet for a little while, and then all at once, when suddenly a whole bunch of bills come up to the Senate, within a week, two events take place. Maybe it's all coincidental, but wow, one has to wonder. Because actually, I wondered about this. I said that I expected this to happen. I said it'd be no surprise. I try to talk in code sometimes, and I'm going to share the video about that, and we're going to kind of go into it. And like I said, maybe it's all coincidental. I'm not saying it's this or that, but I got to wonder. So we live in trying times. They're coming after our freedoms. We knew that was going to happen. Any excuse they can find, they're going to double down on it. Sure enough, the president lost not a second to jump on this, as we expected. So yeah, this is the time to get ready. This is the time to prep in every way you can. You don't have time to waste anymore. Get with it. Prep. Get ready in every way. Get your house in order. Get your spirit in order. Get yourself in order. Physically, mentally, spiritually, friends, family. Share videos that I put out about these things. Not to bug out, to bug in. There's more on that. More's coming. You better know how to grow your own food. You better know how to go out in the woods and get it where it's free, the weeds and the trees. I covered these things. We'll cover much more. Sometimes you got to have a little bit back in store to take care of you, to get through. So if you're not subscribed to my channel, bang the update notification, subscribe, bang the update notification bell, and click all, because I'm going to bring you more on these things. But you also need to make sure you've got things to get you through and over the hump. And I do offer special deals. Go to prepwithgreg.com. Prepwithgreg.com. You get a special deal that is being offered through my site there with my Patriot Supply. You can get 25-year-long storage food. Two of these buckets is 4 weeks, 2,000 calories a day. That'll keep you going for some time, my friends. And this stuff is easy to store. It's lightweight. It's easy to carry. Even the kids can carry it. It's not like those other boxes you see in some other commercials where they're pushing it across the threshold real hard. I think they stopped showing those after it's big on it. The cool thing is, this stuff is easy to carry. Pouches, not the big pouches. But that's for service, my friend. Put those in your backpack. Easy to carry, easy to store, easy to go out with. Two of these is a little better than 20% off right now on my prepwithgreg.com. You can get one of these, 2 week supply, just slightly under 20% off. So there you go, roughly 20% off. It's an awesome deal. 2,000 calories a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. A deal to make you a winner. Enough said on that. All right, so let's get into this. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Two events in a week when things are up in the Senate being pressed amongst the filibusters and other things. I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to show you a video of me. Hang on, that's not it. And why am I not seeing what I'm aiming at here? All right, guys, come on. I'm going to stop this share. That's not looking right. Do it again. Oh, I see what it is. share my own screen. Give me a second. As the little lady Lily Tomlin used to say, one momentum, please. Ah, this is one I was wanting to show you. Yeah, there's a video of me I was wanting to show to start out. Instead, I shared this screen. All right, guys, hang on. No, I'm not going to edit this. Why? It's time. Time's a killer for me. So give me a second. I don't think it's doing it. Here we go. Yeah, sure now. Sometimes this is a little rough to get it in here. All right, now you see what I see. Do you see what I see? Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. This video I did right after the inauguration. I waited then because some people just thought that wasn't going to happen. So I held off, and then I laid out what I expected this year. Let's see. Well, that's just 2 months ago. In 2 months, a lot is happening. So let's have a look-see what I said here. Let's have a look-see what I said right here. Here we go. Anyway, so we also know that the president does not support, and he's adamantly said he's going to go after certain bang bangs. He is against what some people see as being defended here. You know, I come down on the side of liberty and freedom and rights. So try not to get the platform here too excited by what I'm saying. But I'm just telling you that he has explicitly said he's going to go after certain things. Now, he's going to meet some resistance, especially up in the court system, until he can find a way to stack it, potentially. But I'm expecting states are right now already starting to look at and line up to do something I've been advocating, which is your sanctuary states and your sanctuary counties. And that's something I want to come back to in a little bit. And that is certainly one way to address this for now. What I worry about is the Hegelian dialectic. If you want a certain outcome, you create a problem and propose a solution to take you to the outcome. Sometimes those kind of events are characterized by a couple letters, a repeat of a letter that typically follows the letter that starts my first name. Sometimes. So I'm kind of expecting, let me put this way, I would not be surprised if there's not a ginormous, ugly, heinous event coming up real soon. Could happen. All to employ the Hegelian dialectic. I hope not. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? Don't be surprised. That could be something that would really ratchet up the fire, the angst, to nix that. You know what I mean? So, got to be careful. Keep your eyes wide open, head on swivel. If you see something that you can prevent, bingo. You might be making a phone call. Hey, something's about to go down. Get on the ground. Come over here. Yo, sheriff, come over here. Just need some help, need some attention. It takes a while to get anywhere. You call them up and take them. I called the EMA when my ex-wife broke her leg. I lived diagonally at the opposite corner of the county where she lived at the time. And it took, with me speeding, it took 30 minutes to get down to where she was at. My daughter calls me and says, Mama fell and broke her leg. A leg break can be serious, especially if it's a common. Okay, enough of that. The point of that was it didn't occur long after I got there, so I'm going to cut that short. Sometimes you got to take action yourself. You can't rely on everybody else to defend you. They would have you do that, right? And more. Freedoms are at risk. We're going to go back there because I'm going to share some other things closer there. Here we go. We're going to now shrink this screen. Compound fracture that splits through the skin because you've got blood veins in a leg. Yeah, that's a deadly situation I'm talking about there. So check this out. They said this guy, the suspect in Boulder, was mentally ill. And he's been said to be very antisocial. See that? Very antisocial. Paranoid. He was always thinking he was being chased. Someone was looking for him. Maybe he thought that. And this guy said he believes his brother is mentally ill. Well, you'd have to be mentally ill to do what this individual did. And I'm not going to talk about that here. What he did, what happened, that's outside the scope of this video, quite frankly. Is just say heinous activities are said to have occurred. All right, so all that said, what I wonder is, did he have a psychologist, somebody advising this individual? This individual right here, the 34-year-old suspect, was he being advised? No, it's his brother's 34, excuse me. Was he being advised? Did he have a shrink? You know, the guy in Aurora, Colorado did, and that individual, his psychologist, had a big book of his, all kind of drawings and writings, alleging the kind of things apparently that happened. The guy thought he was the Joker. Oh, he was a Joker, all right. Yeah, in the worst sort of a way. It does nothing meriting a comic book or a movie. Just bars to be behind them. Did this guy have a handler? Did somebody urge this? Did somebody spark it? Anybody at all? Maybe it's nobody. Maybe it was, you know, if he's mentally ill, maybe he's in tune with the Prince of Darkness. Definitely dark, heinous acts. Prince of Darkness, you know, maybe the Prince of Darkness would like for things to go in a certain way. So maybe there are things beyond our understanding that are driving us toward a loss of freedom. I don't know. Just because people were or weren't involved doesn't mean they weren't a dark principality with his finger in the pudding. Stinky pudding in this case. But there is things we can do, my friends. As you know, I started this organization just for these kind of things. Yes, I bring hope. We do have hope. We can still push for our freedoms. And we have to be responsible. That's how you keep freedoms. You got to be responsible. What a mentally ill person does, look, you know, guys, look how good we are at controlling drugs. Who has drugs? Outlaws, of course. The same way with what they want to control here, right? You want to stop the outlaws from having what they can smuggle, create, build, 3D print. Oh yeah, there's some guys in the Philippines who make total knockoffs of the most expensive things that certain people carry in this country. And machine shops. It's all doable. It's all doable. Out in the wilderness, that is, even. In the Philippines, up in the mountains. So guys, here's what we're looking at. There's things we can do, actions we can take, and folks that we can say, hey, you were on the wrong side of freedom. And here's what we do, just in case the federal government goes too far. We can push for our states to protect our rights, our counties. See the kind of things we're pushing for here? We have an action center. It goes in far more detail. Yeah, it's got these things. Tells you how to do them, how to track things. It's national, state level. State legislators. Yeah, it's good for sanctuary situations, my friends. It counts. It matters. Find out who your representatives are. Senators. Send an email, call in, write in, what to write, what to say on the telephone. Whole 9 yards. Yeah, there's a lot of pointers in here, guys. All these ways to contact, including using your zip code. Everything, and more to come. On top of that, our resources go further. PDF files that tells you about all the active legislation right now. Lots of details. Lots and lots of details here, my friends. This is a PDF file. You can print it out. See, download it, print it out. It tells you about every active bill, summaries, who introduced it, status, who the sponsors are, whether you should oppose it or support it, things like that from the standpoint of freedom. So that's got a lot more to come. This is the Freedom Restoration Foundation. Yeah, we'll be doing a Hall of Fame, maybe a Hall of Shame. Contact us right here. Contact, join. We do have a Facebook group, we do have a MeWe group, and we'll be doing actions in several other states. I think we're just about to add Idaho, Alaska, Arizona, Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas. We'll have all the A states here before you know it. That's Idaho, Maine. Yeah, all right, guys. We got a lot coming on here. A lot you can do, how you can get involved locally, nationally. Guys, we're trying to keep what we got, and we're not a preservation organization. We fit this. Oh yeah, and this picture here behind, that's the National Archives. That's where the Constitution and the Bill of Rights actually are, the actual documents. All right, friends. So I just want to share this with you. I'm not making any accusations. I'm not saying these guys did this, these guys did that, it was of this, it was of that. I'm saying you shouldn't be surprised. I'm asking questions. I don't know the answers, but I know I expected this. And more. 2 shoes will drop. There's a 3rd shoe about to drop. Will it get worse? Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. What's behind it? Crazy guy? Did the crazy guy get a push? In our world or from above? In a darker place? I mean, from God. I don't do these kind of things. Gotta wonder. Gotta wonder. But here's what it boils down to. The media's one-sided. You always hear about the side that they want to show you. You hear about all the people that got protected, the people that got saved. How many times a granny kept somebody from coming in on her? Nobody in my family has been a recipient of getting a bang-bang projectile within them outside of war. And yet, members of my family, though, have protected themselves. I had a rather frail uncle. He staved off an attack. He didn't pull any little dangling pieces of metal that would initiate a bang-bang. Nope. But he certainly wielded it, and the would-be attacker didn't attack. So that was a thwarted crime, a protective thing that happened. Those things happen. Don't make news. It's not sensational. News loves sensation, especially when do they have an agenda? They wouldn't do that. They love us so much. As one of my dear friends would say, they love us so much. Right. All right. See, some people, Greg, you bring us fear all the time. No, I don't. I brought you something that you can act on. if you agree with it. You may not agree. I've got subscribers on both sides. What was that? I've got subscribers on both sides. Because I cover worms, gardening. It's not political. They don't like me to get political. Well, what I'm talking about here today is freedom. That shouldn't be political. Because we'll maintain freedom. Should not be political at all. No, I don't want these kind of things to happen. We got to keep an eye on these people. Look, all these warning signs. Every time, there's not one warning sign, two warning signs. There's a list, a litany. But people want to ignore people like that. They let them get, what did they say? The guy was antisocial. Guys, that's a big, you get taken out of society. That is a big breeding ground for mental instability. Humans require human contact, socialization. People without it tend to go mentally ill. A lot of times we just, we avoid people because they just don't fit. There's something wrong with them. We don't think to try to bring them in, try to culture them, try to help soothe their anxieties, try to work with them. That kind of fits in context of me saying, wear other people's rose-colored glasses. Where did mine go? There they are. Caught up in my drawer here. But, it does. So we've got to be more proactive dealing with people we know, friends and neighbors. And if we know they're a little bit too far, maybe time to say something then. But how many times people say, oh, this person was talking about doing X, Y, or Z? No matter said or thing, right? Don't come taking the freedoms of law-abiding people because somebody's crazy over here. Because the people aren't law-abiding, they'll find a means. That's the way I see it. So I'm here to freedom. I always talk about freedom. It's one of the most precious things we have. Yet suddenly we're so eager to give it up. What a shame. All right, my friends, support my channel, please, by subscribing, bang the notification bell, and support the products I talk about. That go to prepwithgreg.com. There's a lot of other prepping supplies there. All you got to do is click at my Page of Supply logo, takes you into their site and all kind of prepping, and I still get credit. Still helps me, helps you, helps me. So let's get ready, guys. This roller coaster is just getting started. Buckle up and hang on, but be prepared. With that, I say, thank you for watching.